This is a video for the Shanroe Cooley group. Well guys, we took Dallas up to Bromont, Quebec, Canada. We did our first FEI class together. We did the 3-star short. I was sort of half tempted to do the 4-star because we've done an intermediate or two where he felt really good, but the 4-star up in Bromont's usually very big fences and quite challenging. So the 3-star course is, I think it's sort of the equivalent of a 4-star or 5-star track, but just slightly smaller jumps. Anyway, I'm glad we put him in the 3-star. It was a tough enough course, and the ground was a little bit firm. Obviously, what you're seeing here is the dressage. We drove the horses up on Friday. Got there mid-morning, and I got to school Dallas a little bit on the flat in the morning, and then I woke up early Friday morning before the dressage and did another sort of pre-ride before our dressage test, and he put in a fantastic test. He got a score of a 25.9. We had a 72% from the judge at C, and then a 75% at the judge at E. It was the first time that I really sort of focused up on the dressage sort of competition test in the lead up in the last week or two. I've sort of been schooling him through the movements and practicing the test and whatnot, and also with these couple of events that I've done earlier on the year, I sort of got a bit of a feel of how he reacts in the competition. The biggest thing I find is he sort of, especially with his trot, he's such a big mover. He goes a little bit up and down on the spot. So Silver's sort of been helping me a little bit, but the biggest thing is that he's got so much extravagance in his movement that he needs to cover ground. So and he's hard to sit on. Actually, it's a bit embarrassing. I do a lot of my trot work in rising, and then I sort of hold my breath and sit on him. And he's such a big mover. He's hard not to get bounced around. Anyway, it was a good, very good test. We finished in second place after the dressage, and it's obviously getting close to back to where Liz had him before she got injured. Silver's been doing a lot of the dressage training. Obviously, our big focus at the moment is to get these flying changes going. He's getting them a lot with Silver, and then she's been training me on him, and I'm getting them probably 50% of the time. The other 50%, it's a little bit of my timing I've got to perfect, and he gets sort of a bit tangled up in his legs. By saying that, I think we're going to have them by our major goal, which is going to be Malvern Park, but it'll be a bit hit and miss. The good news, I think by next year, when we're ready to take on a 5-star, they should be good. It's obviously first things first is getting them good at home with Silver, then me learning how to do them, then getting them under pressure at a competition. That being said, it's coming along. So anyway, Dallas we've started sort of getting a bit serious on his fitness training at home. I took him to we've been doing this long, slow gallops. He's on the same schedule as Mickey. He's cantering once a week for 4 miles, and then usually that's on a Saturday, and then midweek he'll go up our track hill twice after his jumping or dressage training. And then we've started shipping him over to this big racehorse synthetic gallop, which it's about a mile long, going up a hill onto Peter footing, which is it's a big challenge for him. He's lost a lot of weight. He's almost lost too much weight, to be honest. We've got he came to us looking like an equitation horse, and we've trimmed him right up, and then added a lot of fitness work to him, and so he's looking a bit skinnier. We probably have to increase his feed just a little bit more because he's working quite hard. Our next start's going to be Tryon. I'm going to do the 4-star short. That's going to be on September 12th and 13th and 14th. So we've got a good break between then and now. But all systems are looking good with Dallas. Peter Wild was kind enough to come up to Bromont. He met us up there, and it's a big help having Peter in our corner. He knows the horse so well, and he sort of basically walks the course and tells me how Dallas is going to jump the course, and he was spot on. Dallas in the warm-up, he's a bit sort of awkward in his jump. He jumps up really, really high, and he's hard to hold your position, especially early, not just in the warm-up, but early in the course. If you watch this jump here, he nearly throws me out of the tack, and he's got a good jump. The good news is and the same thing in cross country, when you're on the course, he jumps better than practicing at home or in the warm-up. He makes like a better shape or a better vascule with his jump. He's obviously jumps up really high, and he really kicks his hind end up, and he's a bit of a unique rider. So you've got to sort of try and sort of find your takeoff distance a long way away from the jump. You can't sort of adjust him close to the fence, and the biggest thing I found too is to try not to touch his mouth too much as you take off. Sometimes if you like jerk him back or try and lift him with your hands, it actually crinkles his technique a bit. So he put in a great round in the show jumping, still on a dressage score of 25.9. Cross country, he was brilliant. The ground they hadn't had much rain, but it wasn't too bad. And I decided to sort of open him up a little bit, but without taking any chances. And the good, unfortunately we didn't get much video of his cross country, but out the back of this course there's some big long gallops that had good footing on it. And I opened him up a little bit on the gallops, and I was so impressed with his speed. Actually, he's got a huge stride and covered the ground, and he was full of running too. I thought he might get a bit winded, because he's a big boy and he doesn't have much thoroughbred, but we'll see him at the end of the course in a second. He was still full of energy. We went slightly cautiously, but not really. We finished with 3.6 time penalties, and we ended up winning our class. So it's our first win together, and very, very pleased. He blitzed them. He won the class by about 8 points, which was good to go up there and win on Dallas. But anyway, guys, I'm very, very pleased with him, and excited, and all systems look good as we head towards the Malvern Park 4-star long in October.